Okay, welcome independent living students to the Evaluating the Risk of Substance Use and Abuse presentation lecture. Please make sure that you are viewing the slides and the content as well as answering the embedded questions. And once you have completed it, please make sure to mark done in Google Classroom. Okay, let's take a look at some of these substance use and abuse risks. First of all, substance abuse. What is the definition? The excessive use of a substance, especially alcohol or a drug. So these are drugs being a narcotic, alcohol being a legal drug when you hit a certain age, but these are also two that when used and abused can cause significant bodily harm and some significant risks to our own health. So the excessive use of a substance, especially alcohol or drug, is considered substance abuse. Okay, let's take a look at let's do a clock activity here real quick. So let's take a look at a topic like smoking. Smoking, which is illegal activity once you are over the age of 18. Take a moment to answer the following questions about smoking. Let's see how we do. What are 3 health hazards associated with smoking? Go ahead and pause the presentation lecture and see if you can come up with 3 hazards that are associated with smoking. How has smoking changed in the last 20 to 50 years in your family? Once again, go ahead and pause the presentation lecture and go ahead and give that question an answer. Put it in your notebook. When you see someone smoke, and then what is your reaction? Once again, pause the presentation lecture and respond to that statement. Now, after going through that short clock activity, we need to understand that we make decisions based upon 3 things. Number 1, knowledge. What do we know? 3 reasons why smoking is hazardous to your health. Can you name 3 of them? See if you can. If you can, put them in your notebook. The second one is behavior. How has smoking changed over the years? What is the viewpoint of smoking 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago? And how does that compare to the viewpoint of smoking today? And then finally, attitude. Thoughts about someone who smokes. So when you come upon a friend, a family member, or a stranger who is smoking, how does that make you feel? What are your thoughts on that? What is your reaction to it? Now here are some facts about the cigarette. And the reason why I have the cigarette here in this presentation lecture is because, believe it or not, cigarette smoking is the only, when it comes to this entire substance abuse presentation lecture and topic, cigarette smoking is the only thing that, if done as directed, can have a direct impact on your overall health, if used as directed. So cigarettes kill 440,000 Americans annually. Yeah, and people still continue to smoke. So when it comes to a cigarette, take a look at some of the chemicals that are actually in a cigarette. And these are the chemicals that we are putting into our lungs when we decide to make the decision to smoke a cigarette. Fact. If we made decisions on knowledge alone, we wouldn't have addiction to smoking. If we did it strictly based off of knowledge. Do you have any other life examples that you can think of that support this thought? Go ahead and pause the presentation lecture. See if you can answer this question and write down your response in your notes to study for upcoming assessments. If we take a look at this, the conclusion that we can come to regarding substance abuse, as well as some of those behavioral acts that are out there that we can partake in adulthood that could have some serious impacts on our overall health, is that a personal attitude can change overnight. However, a cultural attitude takes 2 generations or 50 years or more to change. So this is a very, very short presentation lecture, so please make sure and go back over the slides to review the content, answer those questions in your notebook so that you've created your self-study tools for upcoming assessments. As we practice some of these in class to kind of see how these concepts could impact us, as well as help prepare us for upcoming assessments. And then I will see you next time we meet in class.